me tell you guys, the video, the pictures, it does not do this piece justice. And let's just go over the standard pieces. The top port, it actually has no problem fitting any kind of big bowl, so even my Tanger small funnel bowl here fits no problem, and you could easily use any kind of bowl possible. And the tray, of course, is the KM tray, and underneath the tray, got the beautiful KM designs there. So just from top to bottom, I mean, it's even got the gold metal colors on there, or the trim or the plating, and then just all the way down, it's just got a beautiful design. But the best thing about this, of course, is how it smokes. So that's what we're going to go on to, and I can show you why I'm going so gaga lately. Hey guys, it's Jake here from HookahRep.com, bringing you a video review for a hookah pipe. Today we're going to be reviewing the Khalil Mamoon World Cup Series hookah. And I just actually got this. Santa was good to me. So on that note, Merry Christmas to you guys all, and Happy Holidays for those that you don't celebrate Christmas. But either way, it's a good time of year. So let's get on with the review itself. So the KM, you know, it was really hard to replace my Heart of the Lion tri-metal, but I think my tri-metal is mad at me now. You guys know what I'm talking about, for those of you who are crazy as I am. But so here we have it. I'm going to take some close-ups here. I took some nice high-def pictures just so we can scroll through that as I talk about it. But you can see in the background, I've already got my bowl cooking on there, and it is smoking phenomenally. So let's go ahead and go through the different details and the aspects of the hookah itself. So it stands about 31 inches tall, just based on the hookah alone, with no bowl on top. With the bowl, with the Tanger's funnel bowl, it'll stand about 35 inches. So you can see the details. It's got nice stars, got nice gold trimming, gold plating. It's got the new purge. It doesn't have the long stick purge, although you do see some of those in the 2011 series. But this purge works excellent in this particular hookah. So I'll actually show you how it purges. I do have the bowl loaded. I've got some Tanger's Lucid loaded in there. So this is how fast it actually purges. So we got full smoke here. Took a draw just so you guys can see that I am smoking. And let's see how fast this thing purges. So in less than what, 3-4 seconds, the vase is completely empty. So yeah, definitely the craftsmanship of everything, it's awesome. We're actually going to do a 5-point scale. So, well, not 5 points, but we have 5 different aspects that we're actually going to rate this on. One being aesthetics, second being welds, smokability, purge, and durability, and of course a total score out of 100, just so it'll give you a good idea on if you want to buy this hookah or not. It's a little bit more difficult just because when we review pipes, it's going to be under a lot of scrutiny. There's a lot of different points for them to succeed, and a lot of different points for it to be a challenge. So, but as far as the aesthetics, I'm going to give this one an 18 out of 20. It's a gorgeous looking piece. It doesn't have, the only thing it doesn't have is like the beauty of the tri-metal, like the different types of metals in the tri-metal. When you polish it, when you shine it, it just comes out great. But this one, it's always going to look a little bit dull, which isn't entirely a bad thing, because I do appreciate it for what it is, but it doesn't have that complete shine status. Let me actually get my my tri-metal here and show you the difference between a polished version and not. So here it is. I just shined it up, used some Never Dull here. You can see how shiny it is. It looks brand new. Just amazing shine on it. But with that in mind, like I said, you really do have to just appreciate it for what it is, the type of metal that it is. It is a solid piece of pipe. All the welds are done excellently. It's definitely 20 out of 20 for that one. But as far as the smoke, or let's go back to the purge. The purge is definitely a 20 out of 20. You saw that clip on how it purged, how well it purged. But as far as the durability, I gave it a 17 out of 20. Just because a little bit of the welds. Now you do have to keep in mind all KMs are handmade, handcrafted, handmade. So with in mind that everything is handmade, obviously that's going to be one little sacrifice you're going to have to make, but it does make for a gorgeous and unique pipe. So not one cam is made equal, so we can say that. But as far as the welds itself, they're good, or the design welds, I'm sorry, they're good, but I would say they're not excellent. Like a little feature on the star here, it's just a little off center. You can see where they almost glued it on first, or welded it on first, and then made a mistake, kind of took it off. But no biggie. Obviously, it has nothing to do with the smokability of it. But the smokability of it, or I'm sorry, let's go back to that. And the durability, I gave it a little bit lower of a score just because it's not as heavy as some of the other KM stems, which I don't think is a big deal. But you see this piece right here, it's not entirely solid. Again, not bad, just something that I would have expected, like a solid piece of metal from KM, just because of how heavy some of the stems are. And it does make it a little top heavy when you don't have the water on there, but once you do have water on there, no problem. And another thing, as far as the build quality itself, the grommet, like you saw in the picture there, the grommet, it was way too big for the bowl and the stem setup itself. So what I had to do is actually take off the stock grommet, and the grommet was a really nice piece of grommet. It actually had the KM emblems and KM writing on the grommet itself, which I've never seen before. Definitely kudos for that. But it didn't fit, so it really served no purpose. So what I did was took a bigger Amaya grommet, just the white clear generic ones, and like you saw in that picture, and just popped that on there, and it seals perfectly, no problems whatsoever, easy fix. So I definitely recommend going out and doing that. Now, onto the smokability. Let's do this. So yeah, I've got my Tangiers Lucid going on there, 3 coconut coals. It's been going for about 20 minutes now. It's smoking great. Let me tell you though, paired with a nice big hose, it's going to be like breathing air. Like you hear that all the time about different cams, and even with my tri-metal, I really thought I would get no replacement. I thought it was the best of the best. But this one, honestly, there's no restriction whatsoever. It's so smooth. By far the smoothest I've ever smoked. That just means you're going to get massive clouds, massive flavor, and just a huge draw. The one downside to this, the one place where it did lose points, was the fact that if you use a smaller bowl, for example, a vortex bowl or even like an alien funnel bowl, just anything with a more restricted airflow in the bowl itself, it's going to cause problems. Those types of bowls are better paired with a smaller gauge pipe itself, like an all-fogger solid medium, or maybe some Maya hookahs out there, and you're going to get more of the flavor to it. Once I put like an alien funnel bowl on this, it was good, it was enjoyable, but it just wasn't perfect. Definitely not on par with a nice big funnel bowl like this. So all in all the scores. Any of you kept track on what the numbers add up to? I bet not. Not even me. That's why I got my cheat notes here. But basically, all in all, it scored a 93 out of 100 for this KM World Cup Series hookah. I would recommend it. Just base it on the scores, base it on what you like and what you don't like about it, and that should help make your decision. So, till next time, this was Jake from HookahRev.com, bringing you a video review for a hookah pipe KM. Till next time.